system has been developed over that period. And I think the first question is, well, how is the GCC agreement going to be interpreted in the future? As I said when I started, one of the key factors in terms of how the EU operates, and one of its guiding principles, is what is known as fiscal neutrality. And so the EU is very, very keen to ensure that a particular transaction is treated in the same way for tax purposes across member states. It doesn't have to bear the same rate of tax, but it has to have the same fiscal treatment. And I think that's a principle which may well be applied here. Second question is there going to be any guidance taken in this region from the EU? I don't know. It's an unfortunate matter as timing, as I'm giving this talk as the UK is on the cusp of leaving the European Union. Unless there is a no-deal scenario, which I think is fairly unlikely, it's likely that the UK will keep VAT. It raises billions and billions of pounds of tax. And it's also likely that the UK will continue to take a lot of guidance from the EU, even though we're no longer part of it, because it's such a cohesive and well-regarded system in terms of dealing with it. Will there be courts in terms of how you address issues in terms of the VAT agreement, particularly in terms of any cross-border debates? That's something which, so we have the European Court of Justice that resolves such issues. That's an issue to be determined in the future. And then finally, just really touching on why I think this is important, given that it's only 5% at the moment. It may become higher in the future. It may be more extensive. Certainly, our experience was it started at 8%. It's now at 20%, and it's one of the most significant revenue raisers across the European Union. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Hartley and Mr. Ayman, for enlightening us regarding VAT and its legal aspects. Now I would like to call Ms. Asma Jan, ICAP President for UAE chapter, to express her views related to this event, after which we have 20 minutes break for prayer. Thank you.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you very much for your presence here. My name is Asma and I am representing the Managing Committee of UAE chapter of Institute of Chartered Accountants of Pakistan. Institute of Chartered Accountants of Pakistan is responsible for regulating the profession of accounting and auditing in Pakistan. And today around more than 9,000 members are working globally and respected for their technical expertise and adherence to ethics and integrity, both in industry and audit practice. Out of these 9,000 members, around 28% are working overseas, and UAE represent by far the largest overseas presence of Pakistani chartered accountants who are working in many prestigious organizations in UAE. As Managing Committee of UAE chapter of members of ICAP, we look for creating collaboration, synergizing the initiatives, identifying available resources and expertise, and reviving CA Pakistan network all over UAE. The committee also aims to brand and promote ICAP in the UAE market by having presence in conferences and events, to apprise influencers, employers, HR managers about ICAP Pakistan and the value its members bring to the organizations. The committee also expands in terms of having subcommittees which work towards job placement, branding and communication, event and CPD management, and last but not the least, finance and sponsorships as well. We aim to engage and revive our members who are present all over UAE. It's about collaboration, it's about synergy, it's about more and more engagement, it's about more and more events. I would like to say my special thanks to Mr. Ashfaq Tola for accepting our invitation and gracing this event. I would also like to appreciate Mr. Asif Zaman for taking the initiative of having this event on the special topics of VAT and blockchain. VAT is a reality that we are going through right now, and blockchain is our future, which is inevitable, which is imminent. And I would say that definitely you are going to hear about blockchain in the upcoming discussions, but this is a reality which we all should understand, embrace, and then be able to challenge. In the end, I would also like to express my deep regrets for the unfortunate demise of one of the members this morning we heard about. May Allah grant him exceptional peace in the hereafter, and may Allah forgive him. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you.
We'll have a prayer and we'll come back after 15 minutes.